Hello, everybody, and welcome again to Meet the Presenters. Today, I am joined by Ina Oostrom, and she is a hypnotherapist, an author, and an instructor. And she's been working in this field since 2008. I hope I've got that right. And she also has just told me that hypnosis is her life, which is fantastic. So, Ina, pleasure to meet you. How are you today?
I'm fine. Pleasure to meet you too.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us. So, many people will know who you are, but you're joining us in April next year as a presenter. And I would love if you wouldn't mind, just tell us, for people who don't know who you are, what you do, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, sure. In 2008, I had a training for hypnosis, and that was because I was searching for a solution to deal with the normal day-to-day stress.
Okay.
And I read a book years before that hypnosis is very powerful in that, and it was also a very scientific book, which struck a chord within me. So I followed the training. I was not completely satisfied. I thought there is more. So I booked a training in Florida with Gerald Kine, and my life from that moment was completely transformed. And that was 2009. I went back in 2012, and then I got the instructor training, and I started founding the Hypnose Mentor, Omni Hypnosis Training Center, Netherlands. And we also do now training for Belgium, and we have people flying in from all over the world because twice a year we have the Omni curriculum in the English language in Amsterdam, which is, of course, an awesome place to be.
Yes, very
So,
nice place.
yes, so the training center developed over the years. We developed ourselves quality training. We invite a lot of training from our country, from abroad. So we have a very dedicated team now. And we did a lot of work in the medical field. So we give training now in hospitals. We have whole departments where we have training, like surgical, the X-ray department, you name it.
Mhm.
So, and we are really there at a crossroad of changes. So I think hypnosis, we are only at the start. It will break through tremendously. At least I'm working for that.
Well, no, I'm with you on that one. So, in addition to that, so you said since 2008. I suppose my question would be, since you got drawn into hypnotherapy, how has your understanding evolved over that time?
Well, in the beginning, you are just drawn by it because, of course, the first trainings are mesmerizing because all the things you learn and see. But it really has evolved in my understanding of the human mind. I look different at people, and I think that is my saying in class. Hypnosis is all around us.
Mm.
What I teach people is to dehypnotize because people are hurt because of events
Yeah.
or by what other people have said to them. It can be a teacher, it can be a parent, it can be deliberate, but usually it is not deliberate,
Yeah.
and it can have lasting effects. And we have the beautiful tools to go in and help remove that.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
it,
wonderful.
it really, really is. And it is wonderful. I agree with you. So you're joining us in April, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you and seeing you there. But what I would like to ask you is, why should people come and see you? What is your presentation all about? If you wouldn't mind just expanding on that a little for us, that would be great.
Well, yes, I'm demonstrating the light body technique, and a lot of things we learned from our clients.
Yeah.
There was a moment then I worked with a client, and she said, "The problem I have, it's not mine, it's from my mom." So it turned out to be some subconscious programming already starting in the womb,
Mhm.
like the low energy feeling of the mom and the feeling worthless of the mom. And well, the child and later the adult took that on. It was for her an eye opener, for me as well. So I thought, this is important. You know, we have all kinds of techniques. Some people using with this technique, that technique. We have hypnoanalysis, all kinds of techniques. But I found out that it is worthwhile always to check earlier imprints
Mm.
and remove these. So I have developed the light body technique on it, and people get a demonstration for that, how that works, and they can easily take that on and work with that as well.
You know, I'm interested in that because there's a couple of people I've spoken to who are doing things about generational trauma and um, that type of uh, issue, I suppose. But the light body approach, not to go into, I don't want to spoil your presentation, but um, if you were to elaborate a little on that, can you explain it to someone like me who doesn't know what it is, right? If you were to explain it to me, how would you simply, in a couple of sentences, say, Andrew, this is what it is?
Well, we just use words like energetic, energy, and we bring the mind back to an earlier place and time
Mhm.
to find out if the womb was comfortable, if it was
Okay.
okay there. And then we have techniques to clean out. And basically, it's a very deep going, beautiful inner child therapy.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay. Because that type of thing I think is important because in my own practice, more and more I'm starting to use that type of technique, that type of approach because it really is so beneficial because as we know, when you're young, you absorb everything very raw, very powerfully. And it can cause, as you said a moment ago, either with intent or without intent,
Yes.
harm, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
being able to go back and sort of work in that way really fascinates me. And I am looking forward to finding out a bit more about that from your presentation. I would
Wonderful.
I would love to talk to you all day today about this, but we have to be mindful of just being sensible and it's not about me. So
It's
and what
all
I
about
want.
the time the viewer
Yes,
to
exactly.
consume this video. Yes.
So I suppose the next thing I would like to ask is, if you had a takeaway, a message that you wanted people to take away from your presentation, what would be the key message be from what you're presenting about that you would want attendees to take away with them?
I think we all learn techniques and they are very valuable, but, and that is what my teacher Gerald Kine always said, have tenacity. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to dig deeper. And that is the technique I'm going to show you how you dig deeper. And even sometimes that is not even enough. But of course, during a conference, you have to make selections of what is in your, in your package.
Well, yeah, there's that many people to choose from, but with the likes of that's a very powerful message I think to convey is that dig deeper. If you haven't got something straight away, look a bit deep. What are you missing? What are we not doing? So, no, that's good. I'm looking forward to that. So, my next question is very simple. Um, what would you say to someone who was considering attending the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference? What would you say is the benefit for them? What's in it for someone to come to the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference? What would be a benefit for them in your own mind?
Yes, and then I'm not only talking to the ones who live in Ireland, but
No.
also the ones who live in my country, in Belgium, and other countries.
Mhm.
As a hypnotherapist, it is often a lonely profession,
Yeah.
and you need your peers to discuss, to be inspired. And that is what we always hear when we bring with us new people to a conference. They say, wow, this is inspiring. I wish I've done it before because it is so awesome to see and new topics and to meet colleagues and to have fun, last but not least.
Definitely not least. Definitely not least. And you know what? That's the overriding message I'm getting from everybody. It's fantastic. It really is something that boosts confidence, stops you being on your own.
Yeah.
You can talk to like-minded people and gain new friendships. So yeah, and as this is obviously the first time we're meeting, it definitely won't be the last. And I would very much like to thank you for your time. And I would encourage everyone to come and see you at the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference. Thank you.
Thank you. Looking forward.
Good stuff. See you then.
See you there.
Bye.